What's up guys? Today a sneaker review, an unboxing, a first impressions, a comparison, and a try on. In front of us is the Nike React Pegasus Trail 4 GTX sneaker I picked up at Dick's Sporting Goods. At Dick's Sporting Goods, inside the shoe, the sticker said it was $159, but upon checkout it was $127. So excited and happy that we're under budget. So I'm happy and excited to make this review. We're going to compare this actually to the Nike AirZoom Pegasus 39. 2 months ago I reviewed this back in October. This was $100 or so. What I want to compare them is the style, which is very similar, and the build, which is very similar. Even though the Pegasus 39 is a running sneaker and the Pegasus React Trail 4 GTX is a hiking sneaker. Like I said, very similar, but one major difference. Let's go ahead and start with the unboxing and first impressions, and then the comparison, and at the end, the try on. In the box is a really fun, interesting sticker. It's a camping van, pretty cool stuff. Also matches the sneakers themselves. So here it is, the Nike Pegasus Trail 4 GTX utilizing Nike Trail technology and Gore-Tex. Let's go ahead and talk about what makes this shoe different. So let's compare it to our Pegasus 39. So to start, this shoe has a separate tongue, unlike most other running shoes, but also not unlike our Pegasus 39. It's got a raised ankle collar, which is what will mainly differentiate this shoe from our Pegasus 39 in this comparison. By the way, the Pegasus 39 is just a Nike running shoe, so let's talk about the differences, even though it is made from the same materials and is relatively similarly priced. So, first impressions, this colorway is awesome. Love it. Alligator orange, trance orange, Gore-Tex logos on the side, which contrast beautifully with the green and this sort of crimson red and neon teal or turquoise. Gore-Tex, by the way, I am assuming is this tough but lightweight and breathable canvas in comparison to the Pegasus AirZoom 39, which is also a lightweight, breathable mesh canvas, but not as rigid or as durable. This on a hike will probably scratch, as where the Pegasus Trail 4 GTX can better withstand scuffs. Let's make the first initial comparison by looking at the tread of the sneaker. It utilizes the same foam found on the Pegasus 39, but you'll notice the difference between the traction. This has thicker nodules, but also a variation of grooves, as where on the Pegasus 39 it's a little bit flatter and a more consistent pattern of smaller nodules. What is good to see, just like our Pegasus 39, is this also has a removable foot orthotic to insert your own custom foot orthotic. Nothing special about this foot orthotic. It does say Nike Trail on top. So in store, looking at this, it's easy to differentiate between this as being geared for the trail, even though still for running, compared to other running shoes not necessarily geared for the trail. So really good to see that not only is it removable, but a constant reminder both inside and outside the shoe, this is meant for trail use, not for road or gym use. And last but not least, the biggest, most noticeable difference that I need to mention is the ankle collar On the right, on the Pegasus 39, it's a low ankle collar, and on the left, on the Trail 4 GTX, it's a high ankle collar. And the reason it's high on the Trail 4 GTX is to help prevent you from rolling your ankle. So compared to something like the Pegasus 39, which is just your standard running shoe, I thought it would be a good idea to make a first impressions comparison to show you just how new and unique it is. Also, that this shoe has a specific purpose. But now that we've got clear or made clear those important differences, let's go ahead and try it on, see how well it fits. Let's talk about trying this shoe for the first time on foot. How does it feel? Well, first and foremost, it fits true to size. And just like any running sneaker before, I recommend buying this the size of your foot. That is always the safest bet. Let's also compare the try-on to that of the Pegasus 39 running sneaker. So both are running sneakers, let's get that clear. The Trail 4 GTX, however, is designed for trails, running on trails, as where the Pegasus 39 is meant for road use, at the gym, on the track, not for on a trail. And like we said earlier, the main difference is the ankle collar, which as you can see on the Pegasus 39 is lower, and on the Trail 4 GTX is higher. Now, getting into the shoe for the first time, I am happy to report it is still just as simple to slip this on and go for a run as it is the Pegasus 39. One difference, the tread of the Trail 4 GTX is just slightly raised compared to feeling just a little bit closer to the ground on the Pegasus 39. On the Trail 4 GTX, this I think is due to the fact it has thicker grooves and nodules for tread. That will aid you on the trail, but I also think the sole is thicker than on the Pegasus 39, which I think is thinner. Think of this as a truck review versus a car review. Trucks, they're raised off the ground. You can take them off-road. Cars, they don't have as much ground clearance. You cannot take them off-roading as easily as a truck. So the Trail 4 GTX is like the truck. It's slightly more raised off the ground, which is also probably why it has the higher ankle collar, and the Pegasus 39 is closer to the ground. The good news, however, is both shoes are just as light as one another, and both fit exactly the same, I would say, or very similarly, meaning making the transition from your standard running shoe to maybe changing it up a bit and deciding to go for a run on a trail. You'll have no learning curve switching to the Trail 4 GTX. As you can see, the Trail 4 GTX is lightweight, somewhat rigid, and the Pegasus 39 is slightly more broken in. I've worn it several months, but also lightweight and somewhat rigid. Anyways, guys, that has been an unboxing, a first impressions, a comparison, and try-on. What makes the Trail 4 GTX different from your standard generalized running shoe at Nike, the AirZoom Pegasus 39 is what we used as an example today, is the fact this, even though it is a running shoe, is designed for running off the quote-unquote beaten path. Your standard generalized running shoe like the AirZoom Pegasus 39 on one hand is designed for road, track, treadmill at the gym. This Trail 4 GTX is geared for the trail. We know this because it sits slightly raised compared to the Pegasus 39, which is slightly lower to the ground. This has the high ankle collar to help keep you from rolling your ankle, but we also saw that getting into this shoe and going for a run is just as easy, and the fit and feel is exactly the same as the Pegasus 39, meaning no learning curve. Just throw these on, go to your local state park, and change it up a bit from the gym or running along the side of the road or on a track to running in nature. So, a really cool cool take on a running sneaker, the Trail 4 GTX. It has differences that make it uncomparable to your general typical standard running shoe. Like I said, this has thicker tread, it's slightly raised, so not necessarily ideal for road use or gym use, but with a little or no learning curve, take this into nature and enjoy a run or a jog and get some exercise. A really good take on a running shoe just designed for the trail. That has been a first impressions comparisons try on. Today we compared it to the Nike AirZoom Pegasus 39. This has been a review of the Trail 4 GTX Pegasus Nike men's trail running sneaker. I picked this up at Dick's Sporting Goods. What was really awesome to see was in store it was $159, but upon checkout it ended up being $127. This is the alligator orange trans colorway, which I think shows the shoe off the best, but you can get it in other colors like black and a sort of silvery color, which I thought was cool. My name is John. I really hope you enjoyed this review and comparison. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below for more, hit the bell icon to get notified when I post to YouTube, and share this video with friends and family. Once again, my name is John. Thanks again so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next video, and because I picked this up at Dick's Sporting Goods, that makes this a big box good.